Welcome back, chicos y chicas. Welcome back, girls and boys, to Español con Webster. Thanks so much for checking in. This is week 4 that we have been learning online. Can't believe it's already our 4th week. We're still at home, and I'm sure you heard by now, but looks like we're not going back until at least May 1st, and that may even change just depending on how things go. We don't have any final confirmation yet, but for now, we're going to keep going. I wanted to take this moment to please remind all of you to subscribe both to the YouTube channel and the website, and also to click on the notification bell. That way, on YouTube, of course, and that way you will get notified when new videos have been posted. I hope you are staying safe and healthy. I know lots of you are working really hard in all of your classes and turning in all your work, but if you have not turned in your work yet, please do so. It's very important to do that so I can get that graded and get those smart sheet emails out to you so that you can know how you're doing in the class. I hope your family is well, and I just want to say goodbye and thank you so much again for tuning in with Español con Webster. So let's get inside and let's get to work. Okay, so 8th grade, this video is for you. This is week 4, assignment 4. We're going to go ahead and continue our curriculum. We are on chapter 7, boys and girls. Last week, we continued with all of our soccer, vocabulary, and we started the radical verbs for the ER verbs. So today, we're going to do baseball vocabulary, which continues on page 206. As we see here, this is from our Buen Viaje book, chapter 7. We're going to go ahead and introduce about 12 baseball vocab words, and then I'll go ahead and read you this small little story here. So basically, we have here el béisbol. In Spanish, baseball is written like this, B-E-I-S-B-O-L. Kind of looks different, very different from the way we spell it, with an accent on the E. And as we go through these words, notice how so many of them sound very similar to the English words, as baseball obviously has the roots in English. Okay, so number 1 is el bate. And Monica, what does that mean for us?
The bat.
Good. And el jugador de béisbol means what, Monica?
The baseball player.
Good. Number 3, la pelota.
The ball.
Good. El guante.
The glove.
El jardinero.
The outfielder.
El pitcher. And also another way to say it is el lanzador.
The pitcher.
Good, that means the pitcher. Number 7, la base.
The base.
El platillo.
The plate.
El campo de béisbol.
The baseball field.
Now take a moment to notice how with the soccer vocab, we used to say el campo de fútbol. This is el campo de béisbol. Number 10, el bateador.
The batter.
And number 11 has 2 words, el catcher and el receptor.
The catcher.
Good, and this one's kind of funny. This one's un jonrón.
The home run.
A home run. So basically, you notice that the catcher, there's 2 ways to say it, el catcher and el receptor. Now notice how this is male. This is a male noun because we have the article el. But what if it's a female? Then you would say la catcher and you would say la receptora. And that same thing goes up here for number 6, el pitcher and el lanzador. If it's a girl, you would say la pitcher. And you would say la lanzadora. You would put an A there. All right, guys, so this is our new baseball vocab. Now let's look closely here on page 206. And you'll see here the same words that I just put down here. Now this picture is not so good, and I don't even think if you're going to be able to really see this so well. But I will take a picture of it and put it on my website so that you can kind of perhaps get a better look at it. It just has all the vocab we went over. El campo de béisbol is here, el pitcher, el lanzador, and it's sort of pointing to that particular player. La base, el platillo, all the words we just went over. El jardinero, el bate. Now this one you can see, this is a baseball player, el jugador de béisbol, and he's holding el guante, which is the glove, and he's holding la pelota. Just going to read this for you. It says, el catcher devuelve la pelota. That means the catcher returns the ball. And the bottom little paragraph here says, el bateador batea. So that comes from the verb batear, which means to bat. El bateador batea. The batter bats. Batea un jonrón. He bats a home run. El jugador corre de una base a otra. The player runs from one base to another. So I just wanted to go ahead and introduce all of that baseball vocab from page 206. I will also take a picture, boys and girls, of this and put it on my website because I do. Now, Monica, do you remember at all what a radical verb is?
I do not.
Okay, so Monica doesn't remember. How about Victoria? Does she remember the radical E to IE?
See, I do remember. It is a verb that changes the stem from E to IE.
Right. So you're looking at the stem of the word, at the stem of the verb, and you change E to IE. Now, remember, boys and girls, that there are 3 different types of radical E to IE verbs. There's the AR, the ER, and the IR. Last week, we did querer, and your assignment number 3 was on the verb querer. And today, we're going to do IR. So let's look at this verb here. Victoria, what's that verb? Can you see that?
Preferir.
Preferir. And do you know what that means?
To prefer.
To prefer. You can actually see the word prefer hiding in there, boys and girls. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do this together. And Victoria's going to help us. We're going to do this real quick, guys. I created here a conjugation table for preferir, which means to prefer. Again, this is a radical verb, boys and girls, so there is a stem change in the main part of the word. Okay, before we start, this is an IR verb, preferir. And the endings are O, ES, E, Emos, is, and N. Those are the regular IR endings. If you still don't know your IR verbs, go ahead and study those. You really need to know them because now we're getting into harder verbs. First thing I want to do when I look at my verb, preferir, and I'm going to conjugate it, is do what? What's step 1?
Drop the IR.
Good. I'm going to drop the IR. So you can go ahead and just copy down that particular verb, which I just dropped the IR. Now I'm going to insert the what, Victoria?
The ending, which is O.
Which is O. Okay, so here I go. I added my O. Prefiero. Now that's wrong because I need to go back to the second E and I'm going to erase it. And what do I insert, Victoria?
IE.
IE. All right. So now I'll read it and it's prefiero. That's correct. Yo prefiero estudiar en la mañana. I prefer to study in the morning. All right. Remember, boys and girls, you're dropping that second E and you're inserting IE. All right, let's go to tú. Tú, I'm going to go ahead and write out the verb. I dropped the IR. What's the ending, Victoria, for tú?
ES.
ES. Now, do I just stop right there? ¿Tú prefieres? Or what do I need to do, Victoria?
You need to drop the second E.
Okay.
And replace it with IE.
All right. So it's tú prefieres comer ensalada. You prefer to eat salad. All right.
Or pizza.
Or pizza. All right. El, ella, and usted has an ending of E. So first thing I do is I drop that IR, copy the base of the word, put that E at the end. Now remember, you're going to that second E, and now I'm going to drop it. I'm going to erase it. And what do I put in there, Victoria?
IE.
IE. So it's él prefiere saltar. He prefers to jump. Alrighty. Now let's go to Emos. Do you remember from last week, Monica, what happens to nosotros and vosotros? Do they make a change or they do not make a change?
They do not make a change.
Right, they do not. So I drop the IR, preferimos, and I just insert the ending. I don't have to do that whole drop the E and put the IE. You don't have to do that for nosotros and vosotros. That S looks a little weird there, guys, so I'm going to fix that for you. Alrighty, there we go. Now, vosotros, the ending is is, so it's is, accent on the I. And ellos, ellas, and ustedes. So I'm going to go ahead and write prefer, drop the IR, insert EN. Now, do I stop, Monica, or do I need to erase something?
You need to erase the IA.
I need to erase the E, right? And I need to insert what, sweetie?
Oh, excuse me, the IE.
Right. So it's ellos prefieren. You could say ellos prefieren jugar fútbol y no baloncesto. They prefer to play soccer and not basketball. All right. I know that sounds weird, and this is going to be confusing because you need to focus on the second E. Here I go. Yo prefiero, tú prefieres, él, ella, usted prefiere, nosotros preferimos, vosotros preferís, ellos, ellas, ustedes prefieren. Take your time with this. If you need to rewind the video, not rewind, but go back to the video and replay it, then do that. Boys and girls, I know this takes a little time to get, but if you take your time, you will get it. I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture of that, put that on my website. You will need this to do your assignment. Let me explain to you your assignments because you are going to have 2 assignments this week. Okay, so your first assignment is labeled assignment number 4A. You're going to have your nombre, which is your name for 2 points, and la fecha. So today is el 6 de abril de 2020. Please write it the long way. The title of the assignment is Capítulo 7, Radical Verbs using IR verbs. We're still doing radical verbs, boys and girls, but today it's IR. You're going to conjugate the radical verb preferir. The one we just went over, that's the one you're going to conjugate. I will go ahead and read these to you. Number 1, tú blank jugar el béisbol y no el fútbol. You blank play baseball and not soccer. So the pronoun, Monica, that the sentence is using is what?
Two.
So everybody will just look over here to the pronoun tú, and you'll slide over and it's prefieres. So obviously you would put tú prefieres jugar el béisbol y no el fútbol. Number 2, be careful with this, guys. Antonio y yo blank bailar salsa. Antonio and I blank dance salsa. We obviously prefer dancing to salsa. But the question is, Antonio y yo. So Monica, do I just look at yo and assume that that's the right pronoun?
You would not.
I would not. So if it's saying Antonio y yo, it's Anthony and I, what pronoun could we substitute that for?
We.
We. And so if we slide over, what's we in Spanish, Monica?
Nosotros.
Nosotros. So again, I just gave you the answer for number 2. Last one. Well, not last one, but I'm going to not give you any more answers. Just want to read this to you. Ustedes blank jugar en el parque. You all, be careful, you all play in the park. Yo blank comer en casa. I blank eat at home. Ella blank ver el partido de fútbol en la televisión. She blank to see the soccer game on TV. All right, number 6. Esteban blank ser el pitcher y no el catcher. So Monica, what is this saying? Could you say blank here? What is that saying, Monica? Can you translate that for us?
Esteban blank to be the pitcher and not the catcher.
Good. So Esteban blank to be the pitcher and not the catcher. Fantastic, Monica. Number 7, be careful. Isabel, Estela y Victoria blank ser la receptora y no la lanzadora. So Isabel, Estela, and Victoria blank to be the receptora. Now some of you are like, whoa, what's receptora? So I'm going to go back here. Receptora means catcher. So they prefer to be the catcher and not the
Pitcher.
the pitcher. So now there's 3 girls' names here. I really don't know what kind of pronoun I would use there. Now think about it. In English, if you have 3 girls, what would you say would be the pronoun, Victoria?
C, that would be they.
Right, that would be they. Now if we go over here, so the answer would be ellas, they feminine, prefer to be the catcher and not the pitcher. And the reason I know these vocab words is because I went back to my handy dandy little vocab sheet here. All right, number 8. Write one sentence using the radical verb preferir with the pronoun tú. You come up with your own sentence, guys. It's worth 3 points. You can do this. Number 9, bubble in the correct sentence, the one that is conjugated correctly. Rafael prefiero jugar baloncesto. Rafael prefiere jugar baloncesto. Think about this very carefully and bubble in the one that is the correct conjugation. That is the first assignment you're going to do. Your second assignment is assignment number 4B. Write each Spanish word 2 times each, guys. You can type it or you can print it clearly. You have 14 words. I know that this is probably a busy week for you, so I'm going to actually post this video one day early. I usually post it on Tuesdays. I'm going to have this up by Monday. so that you can have all week. It's not due till Friday at 1 p.m. Boys and girls, just a couple of things. I do realize that this Friday is Good Friday for all of those that celebrate that day. If that is a special celebration for you and you cannot work on Friday, then please have this done before. You can turn it in, email it all to me by Thursday or Wednesday, whenever you can. Just get it done. That's why I'm going to put it in on my website and on the YouTube channel by Monday. Okay, so right before we close, let's take a look at our assignments. Okay, so 8th grade, these are the things that you have on your to-do list. It is due Friday, April 10th at 1 p.m. Complete assignment 4A. That's the one that has the conjugation for preferir. Number 2, you're going to complete assignment 4B. That's your baseball vocab. Number 3, you're going to study the baseball vocab by opening up the Quizlet link that I will send on Smartsheet. I will send you guys and to your parents a Smartsheet update that has your grades for all of your assignments that you've turned in so far. Within that Smartsheet update, I will send you a Quizlet link that will allow you to just study little flashcards on the baseball vocab. You don't have to tell me that you did it. I am just hoping you will do it. It will help you as we continue with the chapter. And number 4, study the preferir conjugation. Boys and girls, take some time to really study this. If you really are having trouble, you can also go to studyspanish.com and do a verb drill for the preferir radical verbs. All right, 8th grade, hang in there. You guys are doing great. Most of you are turning in your assignments on time. Some of you are not. So if you're not, please turn them in by Friday at 1. Enjoy your week.